Hello everyone, welcome to my crib, otherwise known as my place of work, also known as the San Francisco Showroom for Brilliant Art. Thank you all for joining me. We got a ton of requests for the Willow and other nature-inspired rings, so I thought that's what we could talk about today. We'll focus on some nature-inspired rings. We are literally called Brilliant Earth, so a lot of our inspiration does come from beautiful designs in nature. We're very big on our mission, and the planet is super important to us, so that ties in with a lot of the designs and a lot of our giving back. So I'm going to start with our standard Willow diamond ring. She is twisting and has little marquee diamonds which look like leaves, so it's kind of where you get that nature-inspired design. This one is set in 14 karat rose gold. And the center stone is probably right about 0.5 carats. Now, the Willow has a bunch of different variations. So this is just the Willow diamond ring. We also have the budding Willow, which is super similar. The twists and everything is going to be the same, but instead of these marquee diamonds, they're going to be just metal diamonds. So not metal diamonds, they're going to be just pieces of metal. So there's like a leaf-like marking on it. You'll see it once I show you it. So you can see here, you get those little leaf-like details, but they're not quite diamonds. So if you want something, you know, a little bit more subtle maybe, then you can definitely achieve it that way. And on something like this, you know, the diamonds will be more subtle. If you do a more silver metal, you can see with this one, they contrast a little bit more because you have a metal type that is a little bit on the opposite side of the color spectrum. It'll still like glisten and be sparkly because, you know, metal is a shiny object, but just in a different manner. So I'm going to keep this one on for reference, and I want to show you guys next our Luxe winding willow. The reason why it's called Luxe is because it is luxurious. There are more diamonds to be had. So let's take a look at this one. So this one has, you know, diamond accents incorporated into the shank right here in that twisting element. So, you know, with that rose gold, you're going to see more contrast there. Each diamond will pop more. So it kind of just depends on, you know, do you want more bling? Do you want less bling? They're both beautiful. They're just beautiful in different ways. And this one's probably right about 2 carats for reference. So this is our Willow and then our Luxe Willow. Inspired by nature. All right, we also have a winding willow, not to be confused with the regular willow. The winding willow difference is that the twists are less open. So I'll show you that here. You can see there's no spacing between the metal. There is like waves and twists, but the diamonds are kind of incorporated on top and on bottom. So if you wanted to minimize, you know, the spread of the twist on your finger, you could do it that way. Okay, let's contrast it to some gemstones. Back up a little bit. So I have the willow with sapphires and the willow with emeralds as well. The emeralds in this are going to be lab created, so the green stones on top. This one is lovely, applicable. As we know, most leaves are green, so it ties in really, really well. The reason why we use lab emeralds in this is because they will be a little bit sturdier for everyday wear. But because they're small, the color will be very, you know, it'll look the same. They're just a little less included. These are both about 1.25s for reference. Another part of the willow that I really like is the trellis. So if you don't know, a trellis is a swooping feature that is usually incorporated in the gallery. So you can see that that twist kind of comes around. To then create this really flawless connection to the diamond. So the prongs are, a really important part of this and not just an extra thing that has to be there. So I really like that. So the Fiorella also has leaf-like details, but they're going to be more in like a 3-stone way that are kind of clustery. They shoot out. They protrude from the diamond and kind of almost look like a flower in itself. So here we have the Fiorella. And even from the side, it has leaf-like details. This is another one where the diamonds in it are very delicate and, they're not meant to be the like full center of attention in this. They're meant to subtly add to it. So if you do it in a different metal type, so a yellow gold or a rose gold, they will pop a tiny bit more. But with the white gold or platinum, it will be, that more subtle appearance in contrast to the metal and then the diamond. This is the Fiorella. Kind of similar to the Fiorella, I have the Verbena. Kind of does it in a little bit different of a manner. The diamonds split right here instead of, the opposite where they're kind of going out that way. They're kind of coming in and getting wider as they reach the diamond. There's a little bit less metal surrounding the accent stones on the Verbena as well. Next, I have one of our most popular styles. This is the Petite Twisted Vine. And one of the reasons the Petite Twisted Vine is so popular, or at least I can assume it is so popular, or you can assume why, is because the subtle detailing of the contrast of the Petite Twisted Vine really makes it quite beautiful. We have one twist that has no diamonds and one twist that has really small accent diamonds. So you can see each piece of the twist a lot. The prongs are super beautiful, classic here. And then for reference, this is probably right about 2 carats as well. This is another one. Lots of things in this nature-inspired family are going to have that, do you want contrast or do you not? You'll be able to see the one twist with accent diamonds if you do a warm metal. If you do a cool-toned metal, it won't be as distinct. Let me show you that. So here we have the white gold one. So you can see it's a little bit less pronounced. Definitely will still sparkle a lot though. It just depends on, once again, if you're trying to enhance the contrast or not. And I'm about a 475 or size 5 ring, depending on the style / the day. This one is called the Summer Blossom, and this one is really cute. It has like little flowers and leaves. So let me show you here. You can see there's kind of these little tiny diamond accents that make a floral shape, almost like little blossoms on a tree. And then we have the marquee diamond. That's a really popular one for us in terms of the, it makes that leaf shape that people really, really love. This one also has a really pretty profile view that those prongs are very gorgeous. You can kind of see from the side, this tapers up almost in like a cathedral manner. So it meets the, that center stone at a little bit higher of a point as opposed to being like really flat. So it kind of creates that like almost like a climbing nature of like a vine. That's how I think of it. This is our Venus ring. Also kind of reminds me of like Saturn or a planet, which is nature kind of. But I think of kind of like a whirlpool when I see this, or like, water spinning. This is considered a bypass ring with a halo because it has, the shank is connecting on like one side and the other. It's set nice and low. You can kind of still see a lot of the diamond even when you're looking at it from the side. And this does have a matching wedding band that kind of curves into it if you wanted it to be more flush, since bypass rings are harder to pair. And this is about 1.25 carats, but because it has this, very subtle twisting halo, it does appear a little bit larger from further away. And then last but not least, I wanted to give a shout out to my personal favorite nature-inspired wedding band. It's called the Giardiniere, and it has the marquee diamonds and round diamonds that kind of split off of each other, and then it kind of has this nice little split detail right here as well. This is a wonderful wedding band or right hand ring. I really love the thickness of this one. It's enough that it looks like, like there's a lot on your hand, but without too much going on. This is the Giardiniere. It's like a very French word. I'm always like, do I roll my R? How do I make this as fancy as it should be? If you have any questions, please let us know. If you want to see anything specifically, that would be great. Tell us, message us. The reason why I did nature was because you guys asked for it. So let me know. Thank you so much. Goodbye.